This new season to be elevated. Expect the unexpected. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps that people like to listen to? And how do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is so very easy and simple. It is Anchor, y'all. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% and ridiculously easy to use. Most of all, it is free. And now, y'all, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad here. I use Anchor for my radio broadcast as another branch to advertise and promote my episodes and my show that stems right from YouTube. And what I like about Anchor is that it distributes all to many platforms, as well as it has an in-depth statistics to where you can see how your podcast is doing. That's cool, right? I love it. So if you always wanted to start your podcast and make money doing it, please go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters who are already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. My name is Red, and I'm the host of the RH3 Show. I cannot wait to hear your podcast. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Red, host of the RH3 Show. Thank you so much for tuning into today's broadcast. Today's broadcast is a best of show, meaning that I'm giving you highlighted moments of the RH3 Show. So enjoy today's broadcast, and I'll come back at the end of the show to give you information on how you can get in contact with me. So sit back, relax, and relieve your mind, and enjoy today's broadcast.
Hey, yo, Wiz is crazy right here.
Hey, yo, Ash, you crazy for this one.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Red, host of the RH3 Show. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. We are in for another jam-packed show today. As always, we've been giving you the Real Talk with Red discussion, talking about our biblical dating series, and we are going to do just that one today. So, let's just sit back, relax, and relieve your mind. It is the RH3 Show. Hit it.
Pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna go, they go. That's from sin to the saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know their own inner is taint. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint. Which means do I live and we ain't. We are controlled by the flesh, with the timid and sway. Without a point of complaint and being able to
The RH3 Show is hosting a 1-hour summer block party all summer long, and you're invited. During the month of July, we're going to turn up with exclusive Real Talk with Rufus discussions. In August, we're rocking it out and inviting our star-studded guests to join us for the party. We have our DJ on the ones and twos. But it's not a party without our co-host. So join us.
The RH3 Show. For more about the broadcast, please visit the RH3show.com.
I gotta breathe now.
You are listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 show. Yo, I just had to do something. For this little intro to see how it is or whatever, and give y'all a little introduction. How y'all like that? You like that? Huh? You do? I do. But anyway, we might change up some things or whatever for the remainder of this year. Our season will end in July or August. Our season will end in July or August, and then we'll premiere and come back on September. So, but we got excuse me. We got plenty of time to get ready, and plenty of time until that comes. And so, the only time I take off is whether I'm not feeling well or anything. And so, y'all, I gotta treat this show as such, something that God has given me, and something that I can keep on doing and on doing and on doing. And I'm gonna try to squeeze out today, y'all. Speaking of the Real Talk with Red discussion, where we're talking about our biblical dating series, and this part is part 6, which we got one more week. So this time next week we'll be done. We'll be done. And today we're going to be talking about growing in intimacy. Y'all, if y'all tuned in to the broadcast last Tuesday or this week, the last broadcast, y'all know, here it was tough, but this is going to get even tougher. So let's just continue to ride, glide, and slide on down through it. And so, we're going to be talking about growing in intimacy. And from next week, we're going to be talking about how do I do in a year. And then this time next week on next Thursday, tips for engagement. Hey, maybe you need to help me out, Do you have anybody, Red? I don't know. Do I have anybody? I hope I do. But hey, I hope I do. Y'all, I'm opening up this medicine bag. But anyway, let's keep it moving, y'all. It is the RH3 show right here on these platforms that y'all so graciously listen to me on. And you can also, I am syndicated, meaning that I'm on other areas and other platforms. TuneIn Radio, you can listen through that. I'm on podcasts now, so yes, y'all can listen to me on those platforms. Y'all, I thank y'all. God is so good. I'm good, y'all. Continue to keep your boy in prayers, and continue to keep him, because y'all, I'm in cloud 9 right now, and it's just, whew, y'all. I just, God is so good. God, everything, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Everything in my life, it has done a full circle. The things that I used to do, I don't do them no more. But the things that I wanted to do good, or who I wanted to have, it's come back full circle, and it's here, right? Boy, I wanted to be a talk show host. I wanted to be in radio. What am I doing now? Radio. I also, speaking of that talk show hosting, y'all, if y'all knew me, y'all know I always have paperwork with me. I carry a messenger bag with me wherever you go. I have to keep paper with me. I have to have any type of forms, paper writing, pens, pencils, calendar books, whatever. I have to have that stuff with me. And so, growing up, I had a thing. I had a business called RH and Associates. Y'all, that was a marketing firm, and that was something that I thought up, human resources or whatever. Why? When I started school, my intentions was going in there to do radio, and going in there for, getting advice, not really advice, but going in there, getting studies on radio, getting into television or whatever. I say about 60 to 80% of my classes was on public relations, and that deals with marketing, advertising, HR, all of that. But God, look at y'all. Look at him. Lord, y'all. Whew. God is so good. God is so good. So I don't know if I should take that marketing class since I can't take my other class. I don't know if I should switch my no, I'm gonna leave it like it is, but I'm gonna still take that human resources management class in the first part of summer. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, and it's somebody that that's all I'm saying. Slowly but surely, and hey. Alright. Anyway, it's a great jam-packed show. Like I said, I probably spent too much talking now, but tune in. Coming up next is our girl Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News right here on the RH3 Show. And I may do some inside scoop with Red News like I had intended to do on Tuesday, but had a break or had something to do right at the moment. Something that caught me. I keep my cell phone beside me, y'all, and it's either on vibrate or sometimes it's on, loud and open. It's on loud and open and on the volume is up. And so Tuesday during my Inside Scoop with Red broadcast, during the live broadcast, I got a notification that I need to stop what I was doing and make a phone call and call and do some whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna try to finish those up today, and then we're gonna get into today's topic, which is the Biblical Dating Series Part 6, and it is entitled Early Stages of no, not that. It is Growing in Intimacy. Keep it where you got it. It is the RH3 Show, and coming up next is our girl Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News. Keep it where you got it. You are listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 Show.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 Show.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
Hi, I'm Nina Taylor, and here is this week's Gospel News. Singing Siblings in Gospel. An award-winning gospel singer and songwriter, Titus Showers, first turned heads as the lead singer for his popular sibling group, The Showers. Based out of Hammond, Louisiana, and comprised of 6 sisters and 4 brothers, The Showers emerged in 2009 with a sound that combined traditional gospel with contemporary R&B feel, and also a style that was more casual and streetwise than most of their contemporaries. Some of their albums include The Showers Family Group in 2015 and The Journey in 2017. Taking a cue from the legendary family groups, both the faith-based and also the pop-centric groups, from Houston, Texas, emerged the Walls Group, specialized in life-affirming contemporary gospel. Raised in a musical family, Daryl, Rhea, Paco, and Aja Walls, 4 of the 8 siblings, formed the group in 2009. The quartet debuted in 2012 with an independently released self-titled album that registered on the Billboard charts. Grammy Award-winning vocalist Kirk Franklin signed the group in 2012. Their debut album includes Fast Forward in 2014, then The Other Side in 2017. Detroit's Clark Sisters are the most successful female group in the gospel music industry history. Assembled by their mother, Dr. Mattie Moss Clark, their influence is so persuasive that they're credited with creating the contemporary gospel genre. During the 1980s and 90s, their original songs such as You Brought the Sunshine and Is My Living in Vain crossed over to the R&B and pop charts. each sister possessing a distinctive style that contributes to the Clark sound. The sisters Albertina, Twinkie, Jackie, Dorinda, and Karen. The Winans introduced their debut album, Introducing the Winans, in 1981, which was produced by Andre Crouch and featured the now classic cuts The Question Is and Restoration. The 1983 follow-up, Long Time Coming, started to break the group to a wider audience, reaching the top of the gospel album charts. It also produced another staple of their repertoire in the ballad Long Time Coming and also Holding On. The title track of their third album, Tomorrow, which also made the Gospel Top 10, won the group its first Grammy for Best Soul Gospel Performance by a Duo or Group in 1985. The Davis Sisters. The group was founded by Ruth Baby Sis Davis in Philadelphia. Other members included Alfreda, Audrey, and Thelma Davis. Also Imogene Green, Curtis Dublin on piano, and Jackie Verdell, lead vocalist. They recorded for the Savoy label until 1962. Verdell recorded secular sides for Peacock from 1961 through 1964. Though a quintet, they sounded like a small choir because of their rich, full sound. An honorable mention goes out to Mary Mary, the Neville Sisters, the Brown Singers, Sawana and the Children of God, Family, the Lyles Family, and Spencer Taylor and the Highway QCs. Congratulations goes out to Brian Andrew Wilson and Tiffany Moriah. They were recently married this June. Our congratulations to them both. Here's your top 10 gospel songs for this week. Number 10, Keela Richardson with So Good. Number 9, Pastor Mike Jr. with Big. Number 8, Fred Hammond, All Right. 7, Ernest Pugh, God Wants to Heal You. Number 6, Jermaine Dolly featuring Miranda Curtis with Pull Us Through. Number 5, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, This Week. Number 4, Travis Green with Won't Let Go. Number 3, Dietrich Haddon, Open Door Season. Number 2, Kirk Franklin, Just For Me. And our new number 1 song for this week comes from the Clark Sisters with their song, Victory. Well, that's your Blazing Hot Praise Top 10 songs and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor, reminding you to connect with me on all social media outlets. And you can write me at thegospelnewswithnina@gmail.com. And don't forget to check out my YouTube channel and also my website at Miss Nina Taylor. That's msninataylor.com. Now let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
You are listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 show. Okie dokie pokey. It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, and this is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on today's world and entertainment news. You all, these are the few brief news reports that I have for you. I'm going to give them to you on Tuesday, but let's go ahead and get started because I got to get into my topical discussion today, the Real Talk with Red discussion that we're talking about growing in intimacy, and that's in the biblical dating series. But Taraji P. Henson, you all, issues a statement on sexual harassment allegations against manager Vincent Siri. I'm just calling him Vincent Siri. I don't even know or how to pronounce his name or whatever, but unfortunately her and Halle Berry have the same manager, or did have the same manager, but Taraji says that she feels saddened, disappointed, and ashamed. But following Halle Berry's lead, who I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, Taraji P. Henson took to Instagram to issue a statement condemning her manager, Vincent Siri, after 9 women accused him of sexual harassment. And here's what she said: the news about my manager, let's just say Vincent, was shocked, hurt, has shocked, hurt, and offended, and yet put professional women in a position to not to trust men who they work with. Everyone knows how difficult this industry has been for women, and my hopes is that all of these unspeakable events ignite true change in the treatment of women in this entertainment business. True art can only be treated in environment of vulnerability and trust capitalized. If you continue to decimate the trust, you lose the art, the beauty of the art. I feel saddened, disappointed, and ashamed. We deserve better. This must stop. And speaking about Vincent, let's hear what if Halle Berry had anything to say in regards to this. Let's see here. She said, the news literally stopped me in my tracks. I immediately confronted Vince about it, and he denied it completely. But even with his denial, something didn't feel right in my spirit. And with the possibility that it could be true, I immediately ended our over 25-year relationship, she said in a statement to Washington Post. She also said that Vince she called him, never made an inappropriate gesture towards her, and never heard of his behavior, but she has a no tolerance policy. And she took to Instagram to issue a statement saying again, yesterday I was saddened by allegations against her former manager Vince, but today I'm sick of reading the horrifying details accounts of abuse towards 9 women. I'm livid. He used me, the role model that he helped me become, to lure, manipulate innocent, vulnerable women of color for his predatory actions. I'm deeply hurt, and I want these women and other countless to know I see you, I hear you, you matter, and I will fight for you. So this stuff is continuing to go on in Hollywood, and I do foresee allegedly that this stuff is going to continue on, prayerfully that it don't. But you know, we got some sick people out here that's doing that is prying on these women and young girls and young men, and you know, just, you know, continue to keep them in your prayers. So allegedly that happened. So let's shift gears for a minute for, you know, some, you know, former Temptations lead singer Dennis Edward was found dead on, let's see, he passed away, y'all, we, during our hiatus of, you know, me not feeling well, on the 1st of February, he passed away. He was 74, so keep his family in your prayers and whatnot. But, you know, some good here. Octavia Spencer, y'all, who was on, what was that movie she was in? Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of that movie. It was about the Hidden Figures. Yes, she is bringing a little bit of Wakanda to Mississippi. The actress plans to host a free screening for underdeserved children, and she writes, this was 2 weeks ago, I think I will buy out a theater in an underdeserved community there to ensure that all our brown children can see themselves as a superhero. She captioned an ad from the movie on Instagram. I will let you know where and when, Mississippi. Please stay tuned. Kings and Queens will rise. Black Panther movie. So shout outs and congratulations to Octavia Spencer for doing those kind gestures for those children in Mississippi. One more inside scoop with the Red News I have, and then we're going to continue on with today's Real Talk with the Red discussion. Aretha Franklin handpicked Jennifer Hudson to star in the Queen of Soul biopic. Clive Davis dropped some exclusive information about the upcoming Aretha Franklin biopic in his annual pre-Grammy celebration on Saturday night. Jennifer Hudson has been chosen by the legendary Aretha Franklin herself to play her in an upcoming biopic. Davis tonight introduced Oscar and Grammy winner Jennifer Hudson to sing a couple of songs, and then told the audience that Hudson will be playing Aretha Franklin in an upcoming biopic about the life of the Queen of Soul. Mike Fleming wrote in a Deadline report, Hudson was in fact handpicked by Franklin to play the role. And not too much information has come about on that, but keep it where you got it, and to the RH3 Show, Inside Scoop with Red, when I will announce and update you all on this biopic that is coming soon, whether it be big screen, small screen, whatever screen, your screen. But right here, coming up next, is the Real Talk with Red discussion that I'll have for you, speaking on and continuing part 6 of the biblical dating series, where we'll be talking about growing in intimacy. Keep it where you got it. I'll be back in a moment. You are listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 Show. Hi, I'm Rufus, host of the RH3 Show. I've been the host of this great platform for an entire decade. During this decade, I've been blessed to join the platform of radio and podcasting. As I continue to work my gift, I realize that it has been you, my day one family, and also my co-host family, who I call my radio broadcast listeners, who have gotten me to this point. Out of the many years of being in broadcasting as well as journalism, for each level that I reach, and as I continue to climb the ladder of success, it only serves me right to give you better content and also better quality of material. And by doing that, you know it costs. It costs. We're looking forward to getting new and up-to-date audio equipment, video equipment to revamp the RH3 Show content on YouTube, attend award shows, and etc. So if the RH3 Show have been a blessing to you, which it shows, and we know that you have been a blessing to us, which it shows, please consider sponsorship. I pray that God touches your heart and give you the nod to sow a seed into this broadcast. Even if you haven't listened to the broadcast before and feel led to be a blessing, I thank you in advance. If you will, please begin by sowing a financial seed of any amount. How you can do this, you can visit my website at therh3show.com and click on sponsorship. Whatever you sow, I pray that God will richly bless you and it all come back to you 100-fold. This show has been a blessing to me and has been a release for me. I love what I do, you guys. I love what I do. And as I say on every broadcast, every YouTube video, or whatever I do, know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh at every moment, and to love God, to love yourself, and to love other people beyond words. Again, for more about me or the broadcast, and also to become a sponsor and to give financially, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
Give it up if anybody wanna come.
What I just told you, that's how I felt. That's how I
So you trying to
felt.
say-
If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it.
you implied that.
I said what I said. You
That's
don't
what
like
it
it,
is.
you don't like it.
Yeah, she just said that's what I said. I mean, I'm just kidding. But anyway, it is time for the Real Talk with the Red discussion. And this is where me and you just sit down and relax and relieve our mind and then just enjoy each other with a real talk and a grown folks discussion. And so that's what I planned on doing with you all on today. And, you know, I love it. This is one of my best segments that I do here on the RH3 Show, y'all. And by the way, not only the RH3 Show radio and not only the Real Talk with the Red discussion, but this whole thing is just therapeutic for me. Therapeutic for me, and I just love it, y'all. I love it. I love it. It's just like I'm just sitting here talking and chatting with my friends and, you know, conversing with you all. I have some people saying, look, hey, I don't listen to the whole broadcast because sometimes I'm, you know, doing what I'm doing and having fun and, you know, whatever, or it's at a time to where I'm getting off of work and whatever, or what else do they say? Somebody told me just the other day, well, let me tell you something. Sometimes I tune into your broadcast, sometimes I don't, but whenever I do, it's just so entertaining, and, you know, I just thank y'all for that. And family say that they listen, they do whatever, but hey, you know, it is what it is, people. But I thank y'all for listening, and those that, that really that agree and don't agree. But, yeah. But keep it coming. Keep it coming. I love you all. I love you all for real. But like I was saying, it is the Inside Scoop with Red, and it is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on real life topics, grown folks discussions. And so, you guys, what we're going to be talking about, like I said, been talking and mentioning for the past few weeks and on today's broadcast, we're going to be going back into the biblical dating series. And today is part 6, and we're talking about growing in intimacy. But last broadcast, y'all, navigating in the early stages of a relationship, it sought to apply some of the principles we've been talking about in this series to the early stages of the dating relationship. We talked about how to establish intentions, early stages, appropriate topics and conversations, types of dates, the level of emotional investment. The idea of all of that was not to establish an emotional or certainly physical intimacy that will imply marriage, defrauding one another, and result in a de facto emotional divorce if things don't work out. But our goal in dating as Christian is to save marital levels of intentions for marriage itself, to care well for the person's soul, to be different from the world, and a soul to bring glory to God. But y'all, this time I want to apply some of the same principles that we've been thinking and talking about to relationship that moves beyond the early stages and when it gets serious. The essential line to walk here is to get to know one another. Get to know one another better so that we can become and make responsible, informed decisions about marriage, but without acting married in the process and without violating the First Thessalonians admonition to not defraud and mistreat one another. But let's look at this stage, y'all, growing in intimacy. And how it might play out by considering some of the same issues we looked at earlier in the earlier stages. Yeah. But y'all, going deeper, y'all, clarity and intention should be established when things move from testing the waters to, the water's fine. And I think I'm in the testing in the water stages, prayerfully. I hope I am. Hope we're on the same page. But don't assume that because you agreed to start dating or courting, presumably with the intentions, determine whether marriage is the right thing, because dating and courting are two different things. Please know that for a fact, though. Is that they are two different things. But like I was saying, don't assume that because you agreed to start dating or courting, presumably the intentions to determine whether marriage was the right thing, you or your partner will just know when things begin to progress. But in the design of a relationship that we are carving out here, caring well for one another means we can't place too high a premium on being clear. Guys, again, the brunt of the work falls to you here. If you've gone through the early stages of the relationship and truly feel before God, to whom you will give account for your decisions, that you should begin to get more intimately involved with this woman because you think marriage to her is a good possibility, you will have to tell her. You will have to tell her. I've said it, fellas, speak. Tell her that you have loved to getting to know her and that you find her a godly woman, that you are interested in pursuing more serious relationship with her for a infinite time period. Basically, to see that there are any clear obstacles in terms of beliefs or affections or goals or personalities to the two of you, getting married. Finally, you should tell her that if she does not find herself in the same place in the terms of feeling about the relationship, or if it becomes certain at any point moving forward that she is not interested in marriage to you, that she should break up with you immediately, or let me know what I need to do to get, if there anything in my way that you see that I need to work on, that who you need. So just because someone denies a proposal, just because someone says, no, I'm not going to marry you, or no, I don't want to be, do this, that, and the third, or no, I don't want to, go out with you or whatever, this, that, and the third, or no, I don't want to be your fiance, or can we, hold off on the marriage? Don't just go off on that. If you are and this is, my opinion, Real Talk with Red discussion, where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on real life topics and grown folks discussion. If you are a real man, you might say, hey, it may hurt. Well, not it may hurt. It is going to hurt. It's going to hurt your ego. And, me and a few other fellas have talked about this. It will and it is going to hurt your ego when she denies your proposal. It's going to hurt him. It's going to sting. And so you need to come back, and if she is at a point, or if she tells you, I don't want to, whatever, I don't see us in that way, hold on, just say, okay, I don't want to force it. I really don't want to force it. But is there anything that I need to work on? Or, what is it? And she may be saying, okay, it's me. Then, okay, should I give you time, or do you want out? Just please, and I think I've talked about this before, please do not end it on a sour note. Don't. Because maybe something that she's going through, that she's not ready for it. And she might say, well, it's not you, it is me. And y'all know that's cliche. Please believe that that's cliche. Please believe that it's cliche, that it's not you, it's me. But it might not be you, it may be her. And ladies, it might not be him, it may be you, or vice. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? But don't let that be the last say so. No, I know what God, hey, I'm gonna just continue to pray, and then say, Lord, if this is not where you want me to go. And also, before I say that, make sure whatever you do, even in relationships, God be the center focus of it. And if so, you won't be distracted, and you won't even get to this point. So right here is, I can just stop it and keep on moving, keep on saying. But if you get to that point, like I'm saying, don't let that be the last bit. But y'all, be clear, be honest, be deliberate. Is it scary? Like I said, yes, it is. It will feel a little forced or awkward. Maybe being deliberate and clear about where the relationship is needed, is need not to suck all the fun out, spontaneity, and feeling out of the whole affair. But in fact, many women will tell you that, they deeply appreciate such clarity. They want to be clear. But let me also reiterate that it's like asking someone to date initially. This conversation is not a proposal, and neither the person is committing to marry the other at this point. It's just a marker to say things are going well. And as far as, you're concerned, the game is changing. If done well, it will surely put both of you, at ease from going forward, And y'all, again, this information is coming from a place that I study on, and that's boundless.org. So if you want to, more information in the notes or whatever, go to boundless.org and search it. All right, y'all, candle the time. Obviously, as your relationship progresses, the two of you will probably spend more time together than in the early stage, and more of that time will be spent alone together. That's okay to a point, as you will need to have some more serious discussion about major issues. With that said, it is still dangerous to spend time together alone in a private setting. This area, yes, it will, but again, be careful. Now you will have to even try to spend more time together, but I wouldn't let it be, during the night, because you're going to get the urge. Just trust and believe by faith. Y'all know y'all. Oh, anyway, but look, it is a time to where you're going to have to think about, okay, weekend, okay, we're going to have to go and spend time, with families and I call it a relationship tour. Either go spend time with families, go see, vacation together, even during this time, if it's okay to bring somebody, bring them. If it's okay to bring them, bring them. And say, hey, me and such and such is going on a vacation. Want to go with us? And then, hey, you and your homeboy share rooms, and then your fiance, girlfriend, or whatever, and her, and your homeboy's girl room together. And hey, do that. Do that. But also, I will say this: let it not be no married couple. It could be. And if the married couple is agreeing, okay, hey, it's okay. We're going on a vacation. We can part for just a couple days and, whatever. And while y'all out doing your thing, we're not going to be all up each other. And if we, need to do the hanky-panky or, roll around in the bed while we're on vacation, while y'all out there hanging out and doing whatever, then, we're going to do that. And so, because they're married, they can do that. And I will say that, hey, if you go out, fellas and women, if you go out or hang out, you and your, if your boyfriend or girlfriend go out with a married couple or go on vacation or whatever, and if they, part ways from you all during the day and go do their thing, let them do their thing. They can do that. They have license to do that. And that's probably why y'all together, is for them to, to show y'all how married life is, and or court you all or guide you all, be all marital guidance or whatever, and say, okay, do it, have fun. But anyway, getting back to spending time together, just be careful. But like I said, it's still dangerous to spend time together alone in a private setting. Temptation in this area is easily underestimated, and it is very, very difficult to regain discipline and backtrack once you have sinned physically. I'm going to say this and I'm going to take a break, but spend time in public. Remember, those long candlelight dinners in restaurants I suggested were unadvisable in the early stages of a relationship. They can actually be good here, especially when you are trying to, compare the long nights of chatting on the couch of one another in your apartment. Even at this stage in the relationship, there's still no reason or need for you to be alone in your apartment together. For the sake of purity, be careful about how and where you spend time together. And will go back and say what, somebody had told me, hey, I had to test the waters before I, married my significant other, and I'm glad that I did because it was good. Come on, seriously? I'm going to take a break on that and I'll be back. Keep it where you got it. It is the RH3 Show, and if you're just not joining me, you are at the middle of the Real Talk with Red discussion. Keep it where you got it. Be back in a moment. You're listening to the RH3 Show. You can visit my website at therh3show.com. Want a free subscription to be a part of our live listening audience? Download one of the major podcast platforms: Google Podcasts, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and more. And search The RH3 Show and subscribe. You'll get all new content as well as access to previously aired broadcasts to listen to, download, and to share to your contacts. We'd love for you to be a part of our family. Subscribe today.
The RH3 Show. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
We gave it a switch. Our lives were in darkness. They came with a switch. So we don't walk like we used to, talk like we used to. Call us for honor and he'll do it for you too. Yeah.
And you ain't gotta praise him now, praise him.
All right, you guys, we got about 15 minutes left of this broadcast, and I don't want to go over. So if you missed anything that I've been discussing, but anyway, let's keep on moving. We've been talking about the biblical dating series, and we end the growing in intimacy. But we ended up, candling time and, being careful how we spend together. But now, what do we talk about? And getting to know one another more intimately, there will be some changes in some of the topics that appropriate to discuss. You may, at this point, begin to get to know, your potential partner more deeply, spiritual level. Also share testimonies, tell more deeply about who you are, goals, hopes for your life's ministry, should the Lord tarry and give you many more years. But as I've mentioned before, you should discuss things that like important theological issues where comfortable going to church to make sure the two of you are basically on the same page, and that's key. That's big E, y'all. Also, things about family. You should find things about family situation, visions for and goals for your life, vision and goals for your family as a unit. The idea of if it should be a good deal of commonality between your goals and visions, or if there should be a significant flexibility on the part of the woman who would one day be called to submit to her husband's headship with regard to career direction or the family. But things that will likely be difficult down the road if one of you feels strongly to be called to a particular life of ministry that the other would absolutely dread. So whether it be man as the head of the family, and if you're going into ministry or whatever you're doing, everything that you should discuss, it should be taught, or should live for the rest of your life. Prayerfully, that it should be, your marriage should be for the rest of your life, but it should be talked about around this time. Now you can discuss things like interest, family, emotional issues in greater detail if it looks like the things is headed towards marriage. But be caution and always do it in order as you get more deeply involved. So don't just start on it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here for as a family. This is what we're gonna do. Hey, you just engaged to her. Slow down. More so, let her take the lead, but also steer and guide it. Fellas, you get it? But finally, keep in mind that it's still not, advisable to have a long, intimate prayer, times together at this stage, like I said before. But the situation's obviously changed somewhat, but that is still too tempting and too intimate. Pray with the people. Pray with, the people that are watching over you for your relationships, your pastor, that is doing your counseling, friends, that is, leading, guiding you and directing you, married friends, elderly people at the church. Be there, pray for, let them pray for you, and also be watchful of who praying over you. Allow those who had, full track record, in marriage to pray over you, or to counsel and guide you. But the marital counsel should come from your pastor or her pastor, fellas. But they should be living a life and should know what they're speaking of. And of course, your head, if you're still at your church, of course, who other to do that? And so with me, I would want no other than my pastor, Dr. Martha Starks of Word of Life Family Worship Center, to counsel me and to counsel my significant other, to my girlfriend, or whatever, my fiance. I want her to do that. But y'all keep in mind that it's not, like I said, just have those discussions. But closing up, begin to talk about emotional intimacy and know where that is going to go, and also accountability. And that's even more important as a relationship deepens, that that you should all be held accountable about staying pure physically, and all the emotional equivalent questions that comes along with it. What are you doing? Where's this going? What kind of time frame are we talking about before some clear actions are taken? Should be regular part of the conversations. But so those are a few suggestions for handling a relationship as things progress. And again, these are practical suggestions about how to apply biblical principles that we've discussed before, and it will certainly look different from relationships to relationship, and that's okay, and it's good even so. But keep the underlying biblical principle in mind, seek to live them out faithfully, and the Lord will be glorified. Y'all, I'll be coming back with the rest of this broadcast. We're going to close out. Coming up next, we got about 10 more minutes free time. Hey, party. Keep it where you got it. It is the RH3 Show. For more about me or the broadcast, visit my website at therh3show.com. Be back in a moment. If you're not tuning into the RH3 Show weekly, here's what you've missed. Number 3, you think that she or he's too good to be true. Oh, this one is buying me flowers? I mean, what's really going on? Is he trying to hide something? No! Just because it's Tuesday, I'm giving you these flowers. Not just because it's Mother's Day, just because today is Tuesday, April the 25th, I'm giving you these flowers on my way home because I thought about you. And the reason why I didn't answer my phone when you called, so you won't overthink it, is because I was at work and I was in a busy meeting. Knowing that you know that I do answer my phones periodically at work, but this time I was in a meeting. I could not answer my phone. Don't overthink everything, and just think that it is a genuine reason that he's doing or she's doing such and such. Don't think that, it's too good to be true. Come on, y'all, join me. For more about the RH3 Show, visit my website at therh3show.com.
Don't have a chance, 'cause I got victory.
Want to connect with me and go beyond the broadcast? Do so by following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The RH3 Show. You can also watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/IRepaSavior. That's youtube.com/IREPASAVIOR. Follow me on social media. Hi, it's The RH3 Show. Connect.
The RH3 Show. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
Given a new life, we're living into Christ in our sins. Thank God that He the need to make
Come and knock on our door.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jermaine Dolly, and I'm telling everybody to come back to church. Just knock on the door. Check it out. I seen you hurting, and you feel like nothing is working. So you're searching for some independence. Thinking who's gonna come and take care of me. See, I know what you're going through right now. Whenever you're happy, something's pulling you right down. Right? I got a simple message for you, or some things that I really think that you should do. So just know. Is the word. See, you might want to walk in the church. So come and knock on the door.
Come and knock on our door.
We're waiting for you. You find Jesus standing there. You want to testify your God. So come and knock on the door. Come on, knock on the door. We've been waiting for you. It's time to put things in motion. The doors of the church are open. People say they grew up in church, and while they was there, some was Jew in the dirt. So they ended up hurt with no one to believe in, 'cause everyone they trusted and they was deceiving. So they turned to the world just to be looking for something so they can ease the pain. And slowly but surely they found stuff for themselves, but the plan did not end. But if you just to the hill from which cometh your help, and all is well, if you will say that you got the victory. So all my people who think that their life off track, God is telling you to come on back. So come on, knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. When you find Jesus standing there for you to cast all your cares. So come on, knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. It's time to put things in motion. The doors of the church are open. This song is for everybody that grew up in church and they left the church. Guess what? You need to come on back. Jesus is waiting for you. This is also for the unbeliever. You definitely need Jesus. And where can you find him at? Right in the church. Come on.
Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door.
We've been waiting for you. You find Jesus standing there. Come and knock on our door.
Thank y'all so much for listening to the RH3 Show. Know that I love you for real, and I thank you all for joining me for another great broadcast. Again, like I said, for anything about me or the broadcast, visit my website at therh3show.com. Know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. All right, I love you all. Stay in touch. Visit me on my social media pages at the RH3 Show on Instagram, Twitter, and also Snapchat, the RH3 Show. I'm out of here. Peace party, people. Ha. See you later. Know that I love you for real. I'm out. Peace.
What he done for me, so I can get up and praise him to a world redeemed show.
I know I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna go, praise the Lord.
Switch my old status that's from sinner to saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know their own inner is taint. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint. Which means do I live and we ain't, but you're controlled by the flesh, we're depicted as quake. And pray without a Twitter's complaint, and being able to turn down your dinner at 8. Because the price that he paid for me gave to me my freedom, so I'm not in slavery. Christ made a way for me, grace me then paid for me. A way back to God through the life that he gave for me. And made me able to switch. Our lives were in darkness, they came with a switch. So we don't walk like we used to, talk like we used to. Call us with honor and he'll do it for you too. Yeah.
I know I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord. I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord. Praise him cause he called me to switch. I know I gotta praise because he set me free. Christ said he paid free me at Calvary. So I'm gonna dance and there's no stopping me. Don't ever change cause I got victory. So go ahead and praise him cause he's been so good. Give him all the glory like you know you should. Don't worry about the haters, they can't stop you and they could. So don't make you praise him like you. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord. Praise him cause he called me to switch. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord.
Peace party people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night. Good night.
Hi, I'm Rufus, host of the RH3 Show. I've been the host of this great platform for an entire decade. During this decade, I've been blessed to join the platform of radio and podcasting. As I continue to work my gift, I realize that it has been you, my day one family, and also my co-host family, who I call my radio broadcast listeners, who have gotten me to this point. Out of the many years of being in broadcasting as well as journalism, for each level that I reach, and as I continue to climb the ladder of success, it only serves me right to give you better content and also better quality of material. And by doing that, you know it costs. It costs. We're looking forward to getting new and up-to-date audio equipment, video equipment to revamp the RH3 Show content on YouTube, attend award shows, and etc. So if the RH3 Show has been a blessing to you, which it shows, and we know that you have been a blessing to us, which it shows, please consider sponsorship. I pray that God touches your heart and give you the nod to sow a seed into this broadcast. Even if you haven't listened to the broadcast before and feel led to be a blessing, I thank you in advance. If you will, please begin by sowing a financial seed of any amount. How you can do this, you can visit my website at therh3show.com and click on sponsorship. Whatever you sow, I pray that God will richly bless you and it all come back to you 100-fold. This show has been a blessing to me and has been a release for me. I love what I do, you guys. I love what I do. And as I say on every broadcast, every YouTube video, or whatever I do, know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh at every moment, and to love God, to love yourself, and to love other people beyond words. Again, for more about me or the broadcast, and also to become a sponsor and to give financially, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
Give it up with anybody wanna come and hang with